Calling all Oreo and Rice Krispie treat lovers. Today we are making no-bake cookies and cream bars. I just call these Oreo marshmallow treats, but either way, we're going to get out a microwave-safe bowl into which we're going to put 4 tablespoons of butter and 5 cups of marshmallows. You can use the recipe, for me it says large. I used mini ones, you can see. And we're just going to pop that in the microwave for 30 seconds and then giving it a stir every 30 seconds until the marshmallows and butter melt and you have a nice smooth consistency. Melting the marshmallows and the butter may take 1.5 to 2 minutes. In the meantime, or maybe before you do the butter and the marshmallows, because this part might take a little longer, we're going to take some Oreos. The original recipe calls for a 16-ounce package of Oreos. I printed this recipe off in 2012. Here we are, 12 years later, and a normal size package of Oreos is like 13 point something ounces. So that's all I used, but if you want to get like a family pack or a party pack and just add in a few extra Oreos, that would be great. I'm using a small food processor. You want to grind up the Oreos. You can do this by hand. You can get out a zip top bag and put in your Oreos and just whack it with a spoon or a rolling pin or roll it with a rolling pin to break down your Oreos real small. But I found a food processor worked really well. I bet a blender might work okay too. So grind up all of your Oreos and set those aside in a bowl if you're using a mini food processor like me. If you're using a regular size food processor, there's a good chance you may be able to do this in a lot larger batches. But once you have ground up all of your Oreos, we're going to bring back our melted butter and marshmallows, and then we're just going to dump all of our ground Oreos right into our marshmallow mixture. Then go ahead and stir that all together. Work all of those Oreo crumbs into your marshmallow mixture, and you just want to have a nice even consistency. This may take a little while you're trying to work it all in together, but you may find it easier to combine this than, say, if you were to make Rice Krispie treats. You don't have to be quite as delicate because your Oreos are already ground up. You could absolutely do this on the stovetop if you preferred, in a medium to large saucepan. So again, just keep stirring until you want to make sure you don't have any big lumps of marshmallow that don't have any Oreo in them, and you don't want any big clusters of Oreo grounds that aren't sticking to any marshmallow. But once you are done, you're going to get out an 8x8 baking pan. You can grease it or line it. I used parchment paper and I had no issue with my Oreo treats coming off. And you can try to use a greased spatula or wooden spoon, or your hands are great utensils. Put a little bit of oil on your fingertips and just go ahead and press our Oreo marshmallow treats into the corners of your pan. Now, I would probably recommend washing your hands first if you're going to do this by hand, especially if you're going to be sharing these treats with other people, but I'm just going to put that out there. And then once you have your mixture evenly pressed into your prepared pan, we're told to let these bars sit for at least 10 minutes. You could try to dive in right away, but the marshmallow is probably still going to be a little warm and it might make it difficult for you to cut these bars. But once you have let these sit, or if you dig in right away, go ahead and cut them. Mine were sitting for a few hours, so by the time I was ready to cut them, my marshmallow mixture was not warm at all anymore, and these cut super easy. Now again, if you love Oreos, you're going to love these. Even if you're not the biggest marshmallow fan, if you like Oreos, I think you're really going to enjoy these. They're a little dense, they're quite chewy, and they're just delicious. I will leave the ingredients and the instructions down below along with the link to the original recipe. If you guys like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, share it with someone else who you think might like it, and be sure to subscribe to Recipes with Ray if you would like more videos like this. Thanks for watching, and if you'd like another video right now, go ahead, click here right on screen, and I'll see you guys there.